So in the Framing the Learning video, I talked about us moving on to compare and contrast, but we're not really moving on. We are just working ahead. We're doing compare and contrast because next week we're going to go back to author's perspective and we are going to add in compare and contrast, and we're going to compare and contrast author's perspective. So I know it sounds like a lot, but we're just working on this skill so then we can combine our two skills to compare and contrast author's perspective like we have been working on. So how the author feels, we'll read two different texts from two different authors and identify the similarities and differences between those authors' perspectives on a topic, okay? So getting into compare and contrast, you've probably seen one of these before. It's called a Venn diagram. Okay, we use this to compare and contrast things. So one side, so the side that's open over here, that's the differences. The circle in the middle that goes into both circles is the similarities or what's alike. And then you get back on the side and it's the differences. So you might have dogs, cats, and then the middle is how are they the same, okay? So when I compare, I identify what's the same. So words like as, both, similarly, like, alike, similar, same, those kind of words. And when I contrast, I identify what's different. However, although, as opposed, instead, those type of words. Okay, so just remember, compare is the same or alike, and contrast is different, those type of words, okay? All right, so we're going to start out just introducing, comparing and contrasting, and then we'll work on a Venn diagram after looking at this ad and this newspaper article, okay? So I'm just going to read the top. When you read two texts on the same topic, remember to compare and contrast their most important points and key details. When you compare, you look at how the texts are alike. When you contrast, you look at how they are different. Read the ad and the news story. How are they alike? How are they different? So we will read these. We will read the ad and the newspaper article, and we will compare and contrast those, okay? So things that are on the ad, things that are on the news story, and things that are on both, okay? I'm going to identify one of each with you, and then you will have to find one more of each on your own, okay? So let's look at the ad first. The Dynatac 800X, all new for 1983. So that's the year it must have came out. Wish you could make a phone call anytime, any place? Now you can with your own handheld cellular phone. Save favorite numbers, talk for up to 60 minutes, and at only 28 ounces, this phone can go anywhere you can. Order yours today. Now for the news story. Cellular phones approved for sale. September 21st, 1983. Today, a company received FCC approval to sell the Dynatac 8000X. This phone will be the first handheld cellular phone to be offered to the public. It offers 60 minutes of talk time and weighs 28 ounces. The initial price will be $3,995. Okay, so let's identify how they are different. So first they did one for you. So on the ad, it shows what the phone looks like, okay? But on the news story, it doesn't. So there's one difference, okay? And then over on the news story, it said it's offered to the public. So right here it says offered to the public, and over here it does not tell me that. Okay, I'm gonna stop this video and start another one because of time limit.